There was a man who had everything: a grand house, a prosperous business, servants, gold, and yet, every single night, he could not sleep. Not because he was sick, not because he was in danger, but because he was terrified of losing it all. This is the story of the merchant who met the Buddha and learned the one truth that most of us spend our entire lives running away from. Over 2,000 years ago, in the city of Shravasti, there lived a merchant named Sumedha. Sumedha had built his wealth from nothing. As a young man, he had walked dusty roads with empty pockets, trading small goods between villages. He had slept under open skies, eaten one meal a day, and worked when his hands were bleeding. And slowly, over decades, he had become rich. But wealth did something strange to Sumedha. The more he accumulated, the more fearful he became. He hired guards for his warehouse. He slept with his account books beside his bed. He began to distrust his own servants. He stopped eating freely at festivals because he was calculating, always calculating, what he might be spending unnecessarily. His wife noticed it. His children noticed it. Even his oldest friends began to drift away, tired of a man who spoke only of losses and profits. One morning, his wife said to him quietly, "Sumedha, you have been rich for 20 years, but I have not seen you smile in 10. He had no answer for her. It was around this time that the Buddha arrived near Shravasti, resting in the Jetavana grove with his monks. Word spread quickly, as it always did. People from all walks of life came to sit near him: farmers, widows, children, kings. Sumedha went too, though he told himself he was simply curious. He sat at the back of the gathering, arms crossed, watching. The Buddha spoke that evening about a river. He said, "Imagine a man crossing a river on a raft he built himself. The raft carried him safely across the wild water. He is grateful. Now, what should he do with the raft? Should he lift it onto his back and carry it on land? Or should he leave it at the shore for the next traveler who needs it?" People around Sumedha laughed gently. Of course, leave the raft. But the Buddha was not finished. And yet, he continued, this is exactly what many of us do with the things we accumulate in life. We cling to what once served us, long after it has already done its work. We carry the raft on our backs across dry land, and then we wonder why we are so tired. Sumedha felt something move in his chest, a discomfort he could not name. After the gathering, he approached the Buddha, a thing he had not planned to do. "Teacher," he said, "I have worked for everything I own. I have sacrificed. I have suffered to build what I have. How can you say I should simply let go?" The Buddha looked at him without judgment. "Tell me," he said, "when you hold a burning coal in your fist because you refuse to drop it, who is being burned?" Sumedha was silent. "I do not ask you to abandon your wealth," the Buddha said. "I ask you only this. Who is the master, you or the fear of losing it?" That night, Sumedha sat alone in his courtyard. He looked at his warehouse, his locked gates, his account books stacked on the table inside. And for the first time in years, he asked himself an honest question. If I lost all of this tomorrow, would I still be someone? He sat with that question for a long time. He did not give away his wealth the next morning. That is not the point of this story. But something did change in him. He began to hold things more loosely. He started sharing meals again. He opened his warehouse twice a year for those in need. He stopped reading his account books before sleeping. And slowly, for the first time in a decade, he began to rest. His wife noticed. His children noticed. And one evening, sitting by the lamp with no thoughts of profit or loss, he smiled. He did not know why. He simply smiled. The Buddha never told Sumedha to become poor. He told him to stop being owned by what he owned. There is a difference between using something and being controlled by it, between enjoying what you have and living in constant terror of losing it. Attachment is not love. Attachment is fear wearing the mask of love. When we cling to money, to status, to how people see us, we are not protecting those things. We are simply handing them the power to destroy our peace every single day. The raft is useful. Carry it on your back, and it becomes your prison. Use what you have. Appreciate what you have. But remember, you were someone before you had it, and you will still be someone if it is gone. Here's the question I want to leave with you today. What is the raft you are carrying on your back right now? What is the one thing, the possession, the identity, the fear that you are holding so tightly that it is quietly burning your hand? Sit with that question today. The answer might surprise you.